What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we got a quick showcase for you guys with Senna Amberheart. She's one of the newer champions that was just recently released. She is a Void Dwarf Legendary right here, Senna Amberheart. So one of the newest champions available in the game. Aesthetically, she looks pretty cool. She has the crown. Obviously, she got like, I think is that a sacred shard? Not quite a sacred shard in her staff. But it looks like she's out in the winter. She got some furry boots and some shoulder pads. But anyways, she is a support champion, Void Legendary, A1, instantly activates a continuous heal on each ally. So this is not as good as a like cardio, which is an AoE heal, because this requires continuous heal to be on your champions. For this to activate, so it's not as good as cardio's, but we can see how this really synergizes with her passive, which makes this really insane. So her A2, 3-turn cooldown, fully booked, increased speed, 2 continuous heals, and then fills turn meter. This is actually a really solid A2. It's not as good as like Lissandra's A3, which is the energize ability, because Lissandra does the increased speed and then the 30% turn meter boost, which is better than 20, and it also does the pushback 30%, which is actually insane. It is on a 4-turn cooldown, but this is one of the best turn meter manipulation moves available in the game. So Senna is not as good in that regards, but she does bring the continuous heals as well, and of course it is only on a 3-turn cooldown. Very solid ability. And then after that we have an A3 that does team revive, 50% turn meter, 50% HP, which is pretty standard on a 4-turn cooldown. But she does something unique in that the revived allies do a ally attack against the lowest HP enemy. This is a little bit interesting. You're not going to extract maximum value from this. I feel like this is maybe missing a little bit more to make it really good, but it is special. It is a unique ability to her. So we never know if she might find some special use case where this would be pretty cool. But in that regards, it is a revive on a pretty good kit overall, so can't complain about that. Her passive here, really cool actually. Whenever a continuous heal activates on any ally, fills the turn meter of all allies by 5%. So good thing about this is that the continuous heals don't need to be placed by her. So that's actually a really big deal. So, and the other thing is that it fills the turn meter of all allies, not the ally that had the continuous heal activate. So it's actually a team-wide turn meter boost, which is pretty massive actually. The second part of this passive, at the end of this champion's turn, increase the duration of a continuous heal on a random ally for 1 turn. This is a very minor part of the passive, just because there can be like 10 continuous heals across your entire team, and then increasing the duration of 1 per 1 of her turns is not a big deal at all. So a very minor part of the passive, but the first half of the passive makes it very insane. You guys will see in a second here. And then she has a speed in all battles for a 19%, very solid, just general purpose champion. Base stats are fine, not great, but not terrible. But we only focus on the speed. Her base speed is incredible at 113, one of the best in the game. Another good thing about her kit, doesn't require accuracy for any of it. Just build it with speed and survivability, and then you're all good. After that, we can kind of look at her kit, and then I kind of think it's kind of like Nekmothar-ish. So Nekmothar is similar in that he has the same aura. He's much slower. He's 9 speeds slower. He brings something similar. He brings a slightly larger turn meter fill, and then he brings the increased speed as well. It's on a 4-turn cooldown, effectively 3-turn cooldown. And then he brings Leech, which kind of is like continuous heal. Basically, it's a form of healing. And then he brings decreased speed instead of the turn meter boost, I guess. But of course, he has the turn meter boost already on his A3. So Nekmothar will bring a little bit more. He brings the increased speed, decreased speed, and then he also has a turn meter boost, as well as healing, as well as attack down. So probably a little bit better than Senna, but Senna does bring team-wide turn meter as well with her passive, and of course the revive is a nice touch for Senna. But you guys will see in the showcase here that she is actually very insane. So I have a team here to show you guys. Let's do hard difficulty. So we're gonna run Senna here. I do have a team set up on this. I don't really have any crazy presets or anything, but we have Senna here in the lead. She's gonna bring the increased speed, continuous heals, and I wanted to pair her up with a champion that has continuous heals as well. So I use Old Oak Podrick, which does have continuous heals. So she's going to bring the increased speed, continuous heal, bring a revive as the speed aura. Podrick's going to bring the cleanse, team buffs, continuous heals, ally attack for damage. Mishinaki, decreased defense, hex, HP burns, damage. I have Gwendolyn here with the decreased speed, leech, decreased accuracy, and she is in a provoke set, so she is the provoker. Wukong here for damage plus AoE block buffs. And then Shamail here, he is in a resistance build, and he is built to be a mischief tank. And he's here to handle the Head of Torment. So let's jump into a run. We'll see how it goes. You guys can tell me whether this is impressive or not. But personally, I think it's very, very impressive of Senna, especially since you pair him with another champion that has continuous heals as well. It will really pop off. You see these turn meter boost notifications on these champions. They're popping off like crazy. Each one of them have at least 3 continuous heals, and they're popping off. They're getting tons and tons of turns. This team actually does insane amounts of damage. Actually, I mean, it really surprised me how much damage this team did, and it was really fun to watch. So anyways, and I can definitely see Senna being like a solid like engine for a Hydra team, and based on her passive, having a larger team like for example Hydra 6-man team, very, very good. She'll be more continuous heals out, get more value from her skills, more value from her passive. Since she has a team revive and she has a speed in all battles, she can kind of carry in like dungeons and stuff like that. So if you pull her early, she can definitely help you out there. And without accuracy in her kit, you can build her out pretty easily. Just give her some speed gear. If you are very early, you can even use her in arena because she does bring increased speed and turn meter boosting, so she can help you guys out in early arena as well. Plus the speed aura as well, always helpful. Alright, so this one didn't work out very well because Gwendolyn died, but we can restart this. Alright, so we're back at it here. Let's try again. I'll do some clicking, less talking. But we just want to show that Senna can definitely power a team here to some pretty good damage numbers. You can see all the turn meter boosting. That's really cool. I think the biggest problem with this team is that there's not like a really crazy damage dealer. The team heavily relies on Mishinaki to do damage, basically because Shamail's not building Savage or anything. Gwendolyn, she does a lot of hits, but her hits are pretty weak. And then Wukong chips in, but he's not like an insane damage dealer as well. If we had somebody like maybe like Var instead of a Shamail, that would be pretty good, but then we'll be weak against the Torment Head. And I kind of like that. This is like a full auto run, basically, except for targeting the heads, for example. So we can see here, everybody has like 2 or 3 continuous heals, and when she does her A1, turn meter boost. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Yeah, super cool. And we have Mishinaki for the Hex. Gwendolyn for the Provokes. Yeah. And then, yeah, this team covers all the scenarios. It's solid, it has good coverage for the increased speed. Gwendolyn has many instances for attacks, so she can cycle through abilities very quickly. She's a very consistent AoE damage dealer, so then the provokes land very consistently as well. Okay, can we kill this head so we don't die to him again? There we go. All right, we did it. All right, there we go. Look at this damage, guys. 13 million over 4 turns. Very nice damage, and all the heads are dead. But yeah, so basically what's going to happen is that the Hydras won't be taking a lot of turns, but our team will be taking a lot of turns. So the damage won't be super high relative to how much turns the Hydra heads actually take. So just something to keep in mind with a team like this. I guess we're getting a lot of small hits in. Like for example, we have 2 supports here that do very little damage, and then we have 3 kind of support-ish damage dealers, and then we have 1 real damage dealer, Mishinaki. But right now this team's doing extremely well. But yeah, I really like Senna here. I really like her. I'll show you guys the run that this team actually did. Apologies for the quality here, but it was recorded on a low quality setting that I was unaware of. But this reached the turn limit 1500 turns here. It did 570 million damage on hard difficulty. Gwendolyn doing 68 million, Wukong doing 116, Mishinaki doing 310 million, Shimeo doing 63, and Senna doing 5. I mean, she doesn't even have War Master on, but she's doing 5 million there, so she's doing a lot of A1s, right? But yeah, this team is super consistent, super good. Like I said, it was full auto team other than just managing the heads. But yeah, very good. Anyways, we're gonna run this. We're gonna end this run here, and I'll show you guys the builds. Let's see what the damage spread is. It's a bit early, but I'll show you guys damage spread. Mishinaki doing basically half the damage. Wukong chipping in here, and then both Gwendolyn and Inquisitor basically the same. These 2 are basically the same as well. All right, so let's show the champions here. So that didn't work. So I'm gonna start with Gwendolyn here. I really like this champion. She's really fun. She just doesn't do any insane amounts of damage. Total stats here, enough accuracy to land her debuffs. She is crit capped so that she can deal some damage. 232 speed. I got her in Helm Smasher. Probably maybe War Master would be better, but Helm Smasher there. Helm Smasher, sorry. Master Hexer to increase the duration of her debuffs. She has lots of debuffs. And then Lasting Gifts to basically increase the increase accuracy here. And I have her in a Provoke set. She has lots of AoE. She has lots of chances to attack. So chances of her landing Provoke are pretty good. After that, we have my Wukong. My Wukong is my Arena Wukong. Nothing else really changed. He has enough accuracy to land debuffs. Helm Smasher here for the tier 6 mastery. After that, we have, let's go, Mishinaki. Mishinaki here, he's excellent Hydra damage dealer, one of the best in the game. He is built for damage here. 230 speed, has crit capped, some defense, good crit damage, enough accuracy to land his debuffs. I do have a little bit of Hydra bonuses. Sorry, I should show you guys my Hydra bonuses. Nothing too insane, but I do have maxed out speed and maxed out crit damage, for example. So some pretty good stats there overall, pretty good bonuses. Got Brimstone on him, got War Master on him. Maybe Helm Smasher would be better. I feel like Helm Smasher is better for maybe like lower difficulty, and then War Master maybe for higher, but Helm Smasher might be better overall actually. Sorry, and then you want Master Hexer to extend the duration of his debuffs, and then increase the chances of him landing his HP burn A1. Psycho Magic to increase the chances that he gets AoEs back. So after that, we have Podrick. Podrick here, basically just in a speed build. I gave him some counterattack accessories so that he can do more A1s. His A1 is heavily underestimated. It's very good. 50% chance of decreasing the cooldown by 2 turns. So if you have a really good team with really good skills, then decreasing a cooldown by 2 turns could just lead to more and more damage. A really good A1, so more A1s are going to be working out pretty well. More refreshes so you can get more ally attacks. Ally attacks are good amount of damage. Also bringing the continuous heals to power the Senna Amberheart. And then he has the turn meter fill with the cleanse here. Very good. 3 turn cooldown, 4 turn cooldown ally attack, and then 3 turn cooldown cleanse. And then his passive, very, very good, solid general passive, giving the buffs every turn he takes, making sure that all your champions have buffs. Awesome champion. So after that, we have my Shamail. Here's my Shamail. He is in Guardian set to provide a little bit of extra mitigation for the team since we don't have that much mitigation. He is wearing a Blood Shield accessory so that he can be the mischief target. He does have resistance to deal with the mischief trying to steal his buffs. He is crit capped so that he can deal some damage, but he's not going to deal insane damage since he's in Guardian gear. And he's slower than the rest of the team so that the buffs don't run off of him too quickly. And lastly, the star of the show, we're going to run the Senna here. So I got Senna in 4-piece Merciless, 4-piece Relentless. Basically, this is to capitalize on extra turns for extra A1 continuous heal boosting, as well as extra chance of her having her skills cooldowns off. So extra turn meter boost, extra continuous heals. I think it's a pretty good build. I think maybe the Relentless, instead of Relentless, maybe give her Reflex. So she would have Reflex plus Merciless. It'd just be like most chances to get the turn meter boost back. She doesn't necessarily need turns because her A1's good, but it doesn't deal damage. So that's the thing, right? She's powering the team so the team can deal damage. But if she takes too many turns, then you're kind of wasting turns with no damage, if that makes sense. So yeah, maybe Reflex Merciless might be better, but this is a pretty cool build. I like it. 300 speed. She got some survivability. No need for accuracy here. Masteries. No War Master. She only has one hit. Like her A1 is a hit. Other than that, no War Master. I just gave her kind of generic Reviver Masteries. This is actually kind of cool because it's actually offering a pretty good amount of res because she places a lot of buffs. For example, her A2 places 3 buffs, right? Places 3 buffs right away. So that's pretty cool. She does quite a bit. And especially if she starts taking extra turns, starts getting this back quickly, then she can place even more buffs on you. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this showcase on Senna Amberheart. I know she's a relatively new champion and she's a Void Legendary, so not many of you guys will have her, but if you guys are lucky enough to pull her, she's definitely a great carry, especially for Hydra, for example. You can definitely build a team around her and she will do a lot of work for you guys. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about Senna Amberheart. Let me know if you actually have her and what you guys use her for. That'll be interesting to hear. But until next time, appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.